what it takes, but he needs help tonight on the perimeter.
And the first pass is complete.
That for this defense.
Tailback is Ole Miss transfer Parrish, who's had 200-yard games. It's a throw to the far side, and the catch is
they're trying to stem.
And that is Parrish fighting, spinning. He'll barely make.
Very, very fortunate, because you're right, around the edge here. I mean, you just, it's tough. He gets inside of that edge block and fights just hard enough.
Could not get off the field, couldn't make stops on third down. Van Dyke lofting downfield, took them for violating team rules. Reports in the media they broke curfew last night.
Yeah, up at the top of your screen, see him grab the shoulder pad, gets a hold of that jersey in the middle of that route. Pretty.
Guy doesn't play the first two games, Kirk. Now he's thrown in there against this Hurricane team. On play action, Van Dyke hit as he throws.
What was that?
Parrish on 2nd and 10 has the edge. And the Ole Miss transfer.
But his eyes get lost. He's right here, but with the motion, this affects the safety. So the corner's eyes kind of get lost. You got a couple linemen pulling, and that gives you the edge right away. That corner 17's got to wreck his eyes, and it cost him.
20-yard gain. Van Dyke again, play action on first down, looking downfield, a dangerous throw.
I think he thought he might be sinking back into deeper coverage, but watch him come off of his man and then eventually have a chance to make a play. Doesn't it look like he's locked in here? That's what I think he thought, and then he comes off of that man and almost comes over.
Sparingly last week, didn't play the first game. He's now in there. He's got the football. The man they call the Rooster shows you his. It's Knighton on a delay. He's got the first down. Ruskin. 9th play of the drive. It's an option. Parrish on the edge. Muscle. 2nd and 15. Van Dyke has time. Wheel route, and it's broken. Got there. That was Parrish.
He was really eyeing Redding, who works to the post. Watch the eyes of the quarterback. Look to the post down the middle of the field. He looks. He just doesn't have separation. You got a safety in the middle of the field, so.
They just snap it. It's Knighton making a cut and diving. That missed the entire game. Discipline for that curfew violation, which has been reported. Canes keeping a penalty, moves the ball to the 41. Again, Brian George is out. It's a flea flicker. Van Dyke threw a touchdown a week ago on a flea flicker.
To try to get this ball thrown deep, the outlet would be right here, and he's just going to look at the safety. Does the safety get deep and take away the deep throw? This is who he's looking at, trying to make that decision. And once he gets downfield, he goes, okay, I'll just check it down and still pick up good yards.
It's Parrish trying to get around the corner, and he's going to be dragged. Jalen Knighton back healthy.
Got a free play.
And he will take that free play and make a long throw. And the reliable Restrepo. Van Dyke rolls on first down and delivers incomplete. Just
moving people around.
Knighton and Parrish have had success. There's a long throw. Brashard Smith.
And he's looking at the inside receiver, and he sees that cushion. So he's got 2-on-2 to the outside. He thinks, okay, we're going to be able to block that. Somebody's going to be able to get away and be able to pull away and make a play. And instead, the kills at 6'5".
Van Dyke looking to his left and delivers incomplete. Just flat out drop by
man to man. And you get to the outside. Watch the linebackers kind of looking around, identifying who am I going to take, who am I going to take. And because there was a little bit of hesitation.
Flicks his wrist 30 yards down the field.
The season went on, but he's missing, obviously, the receivers that he worked with last year.
From the pocket, a laser across the middle. Here comes a
finger blitzing up front.
Van Dyke has protection across the middle. Redding knocked loose again. Anderson, true freshman, is in its safety. And the Canes on the final play of the first quarter prolongs the Miami drive. They pick up 8 on first down and now feed Knighton again on the running game, who bounces
the pass. And I don't think they want to abandon that running game.
Knighton with a burst, and he
watch the right side, push people around. He got a nice open there, and I'll tell you that we're seeing Jalen Knight.
Injuries in camp. Finally, he's full go. He and Parrish are an excellent 1-2 punch. The
plays that they have are big for them.
This is Parrish. He'll attack when they cross midfield, and it is play action on first down. And Van Dyke does launch downfield and has a man wide open. It's Arroyo.
The reason he likes to do that here is he gets man-to-man coverage. And he's able to sneak out a tight end who's lined up as a fullback and create a matchup, a wheel route. And I really think the safety thought he was going out to the flat. His arms.
Arroyo is a Texan, comes from the Dallas area. Extra excited this week. Now Van Dyke on the run, a long throw.
Field goal. He wants a touchdown down here.
First and 15. Van Dyke has some time, and the ball is batted down at the line. Knighton bumped into a. Van Dyke under pressure delivers, and it's.
You rush 3, and you have 8 in coverage. Nice change up here by DJ Durkin. Tough on Van Dyke. I mean, look at that. Look at the coverage downfield. There's just nowhere to go with that football. So he just opts to. Now Max Johnson in for him.
And they feed the ball to the left side. This is Parrish spinning. Indications for targeting. So their share of miscues too. Parrish.
Run the football.
Just one catch for Mallory, the tight end, for 2 yards. This is Parrish again. Insider steps and bites her, runs much.
Right here, and then he comes in and he's able to bounce to the outside. Just kind of feels it, and then shows you he's got acceleration, but he can lower that shoulder for a smaller back and run through those.
On this drive. And Knighton this time hit in the back from Oregon with Cristobal, and he's assembled other coaches from all over the place. Van Dyke launches downfield, and it's incomplete.
Demani Richardson being out when all that experience, so they're relying on some young safeties to make plays. Now Gilbert's a starter, but he's a first-year starter. Does a nice job showing the range to come over himself.
Van Dyke 6 for 16 now. On 3rd and 11. Battles, buys time, takes off. Not a natural sprint.
6 yards on throws beyond 5 yards.
Running game, they feed Parrish in the angle.
Here in this second half as an offensive unit, including Van Dyke.
And the catch made by Redding on the edge.
Here, your second half here, who's that guy going to be?
And Parrish
sticks.
Pretty easy against Bethune-Cookman and Southern Miss in the red zone. Not so far tonight. Van Dyke is flush and will just dive down. Still communicating as the ball is snapped. They do bring pressure, long throw.
Chemistry, and you're going to anticipate and make this throw. Look when he throws his football. I mean, that's early, right? His receiver is not even close to being out of his break, and that's a tough throw to make.
Recovery, unbelievable recovery. A little credit to his mom, who clarified the fact that he recovered from mono.
As a keeper. Well, there's a handoff to Knighton. See if he can spark this Canes offense. The other down.
Tonight is Rivers 64. Watch the center. He's able to hold on to his block. 64 seals that. And then you got all that room to work with. And again, Knighton is trust that line in this running game.
Van Dyke pulls it, rolls, slings it downfield. Had a man, but just.
All the way from San Diego, went to Lincoln High School. You run the ball, you get the safeties down. See the safeties collapse down. Now you got the one-on-one opportunity. A little bit more
more effective inside the pocket than out of it. Knighton runs through a couple tackles and get Henry Parrish back in the backfield. They fake it to him, flip it to Mallory. Finally, the tight end's got some space. Big fella's been contained all night, but he is a weapon and rumbles down.
Because the eyes of this defense get into the backfield. Watch the defense. All these linebackers are concerned about, they're going to run the ball again. They lose their responsibility. Nobody takes the tight end that is able to slide out. So really good job here with the play calling at time by
Arroyo spells him at tight end. It's Brinson in motion. They throw it to him behind the line in the open field. Makes one man miss, but play clock ticking down. On 2nd and 10, pitches to Parrish and to the short side of the field. Van Dyke with 3 on the play clock. Gets it into Jacoby George, and he has got a crease. Makes a cut. Jacoby George hurdles a man.
Coaches would tell you one of their best playmakers. He sees this cushion right here. It's 2-on-2 to the left of that receiver. They've got to make those blocks. He's got to outrun the man that had him. He did it. They secure their blocks. Easy execution, but you're relying or put on him. Now they're down inside the 10.
Knighton dives forward. First and goal from the 10 against a tough defense is a challenge. Quarterback keeper and
call, but watch the big fella 34 rakes. Watch him keep that outside shoulder freed up. Eyes in the backfield, and then he's able to get down to the outside and make tight end.
Hurry.
Mallory.
They just get the snap off. It's a running ball.
Their ball is pinned deep Miami territory.
Parrish with the carry. Jalen Knighton was having his knee examined by the Miami trainers at the nation. And give it to him again. He makes a cut and gets the edge. And Parrish down the sideline.
Here and then bounces it. And watch the block on the edge, 51 and 85. They kind of double team there. Nice job. The corner gets caught up on the inside, gives him
His career. He's got 82 on the 15 carries. They fake it to him. Van Dyke looks downfield and an inaccurate throw.
Could in protecting him, but eventually you'll see the pressure work through. So he's waiting on this receiver to work all the way across. In order to do that, you need time. They're holding up, and then right before he throws it, you got that pressure that got in.
That time Redding was open. Into the ball game comes big fat Franklin. He had us do to get his quarterback comfortable, to find someone to make a play here. They rush three. He's got time. It's a long throw. The catch is made, but short of the marker, I believe. And he will launch. Smith
hit 8, 10, 12-yard routes and still get first downs, move the ball down the field.
Well, he gets hit as he delivers. Van Dyke on the crossing route. Mallory makes the catch. It's a first down, and the big, long-legged
this way, and Mallory's able to kind of get lost in the traffic. And what is impressive is a guy that is as big as he is, 6'5", 245 pounds, is able to outrun this safety right here because he potentially could be short of the first down marker. And then there's the effort. Then he goes down on the.
What is a urgent feeling drive. Now Knighton, who's back in the game after having his knee checked out.
Sink and throwing with much rhythm tonight. I think you got to go to again those.
They go to Knighton here in the grind game, Kirk, and they're going to move the sticks. He's still fighting, and he'll be shut. Parrish spelling Knighton here. They fake it to him. Van Dyke is pressure, tries to escape, and tries to make something on the run. Just heaves it to the bench as he was.
And Anderson.
Van Dyke rolls and delivers, and that's Jacoby George, who's made a
outside and throw. What I like is he's decisive. He sees that cushion, takes advantage of it, get the ball out there quickly, and let a very athletic guy like George be able.
This is a first down play. Again on the move, Van Dyke looking to create, flips it to Mallory for the next level. He's an NFL ability tight end. Picks it off, that's Mallory again, and he's going to be slung down there by 8 or 3 receivers. And Dyke looking that direction, delivers underneath, and it's Parrish who makes. So Van Dyke and the Canes still in this thing. They need a touchdown this time, though, and a long throw.
The crowd wants him to take a peek. They've already snapped the ball.
Fisher used his one challenge earlier, and it was Van Dyke across the middle, and that's Mallory who's really getting involved. Parrish trying to get to the edge. Flag down.
Knight.
First and 20. Pitch to the sidelines, incomplete. Tightly. Another long throw, catch made, and a flag comes in. Rush 4 here. Throw underneath. Jacoby George picks up.
Tough on him in coverage.
Takes off. Chances of scrambling on it in 3rd and 20 corner. And Dyke looks to his left, makes a throw to the sidelines, and it's Parrish Smith who makes a man miss. And no pressure. Now he retreats and makes a throw to the bench. Again, right now, the Aggie defense in the secondary. Van Dyke across the middle, and it's broken up. Races.
They're sitting back now, rushing 3. Again, playing some zone.
Knighton out of the backfield makes the catch. He'll be wrestled down by. Here's the ball game, and it's incomplete. Delivered it.
There's hesitation. There's confusion. Here's the route right here. It's actually a pretty good route. The ball is already out. Van Dyke does his job. Look where the ball hits him. Right in the face mask.